Yeah, happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Changing Lives. We got a great show planned for you guys tonight. Tonight, we're talking about something I think a lot of people encounter. Because, before we get started, I want to ask this question. Like, have you ever been drifting through life and you feel like you really have no sense or no direction? You're still trying to figure it out. And I'm talking, and coincidentally, from 35 or 40 years old, and you just, hey, I don't know what to do. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Tonight we're gonna break down exactly how to find your purpose, how to find out what you want to do. Because a lot of times the thing that you should be doing is staring you right there in the face. Just you don't necessarily know how to go about it, too afraid to go about it, or listen to probably the wrong people to put you in the wrong direction about doing things that they feel be best for you. So we got a great show tonight. We're asking the question, lost and stuck. How to find a purpose when you have no clue whatsoever to do. How to find your purpose when you have no clue whatsoever to do. Before we get started again, this is Change the Lives, hosted by your boy Deonte Burden. Excuse my tardiness, got a legitimate excuse. But we're here today.
We're here.
Right now, we're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. And at the main hub is the Change the Lives YouTube channel, where we have over 1,000 videos covering personal motivation, professional development, and a lot of information coming from a Black father perspective. Okay. What I'm about to say. Well, before we go too deep, I want to say what's up to my awesome producer, DJ Lab.
What's going on, brother? Best day of the week.
Man, best day of the week, man. Best day of the week, man.
No matter which show you tune in, Thursday is the best day of the week.
I thought I told you.
Right.
I also want to say what's up to my producer, Sleep 316. What's up, Reek?
What's going on, Reek?
Hey, man, I'm excited about this show. I'm excited about this show because I actually put a lot of thought into it. Everything's been going great with tax season and stuff.
Okay.
And I'm going to also be sharing a couple experiences, with myself.
Okay.
Again, the night show, we're talking about lost. You asked the question, lost and stuff. How to find your purpose when you have no clue. Because there are a lot of things that I currently do. And I've always been confident, self-driven person. I ain't for the bullshit. Like I ain't know what the hell I was doing.
Right.
But I can't say that I was always doing things that I like doing. Okay. I can't say that I was always doing things that I wanted to do. I was always doing things that, quote unquote, you're supposed to do.
Okay. I get
stay out of trouble, go work, do this, that, and that. But you be like, I always said to myself, man, I know me and my poochie mouth.
Right.
Well, look, man, I'm working like this, and I see the white boys getting this, and the white boys getting that. White boys getting everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I am.
Shit, what the hell my DEI? Shit, I couldn't get a goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it messed with me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not finna sit here and say that I haven't done well in life. But the issue wasn't doing well, is I wasn't getting rewarded.
Okay.
I should have been rewarded.
Okay.
I.e. like the white boy.
Okay.
And I never ever been the type of person to bite my damn tongue about it. Like, hey man, look, hey,
right.
Everybody get paid for the wrong damn person.
Right.
And going down that track, if you ever been in them kind of situation, it can be just relationships, anything where you're doing certain things and you got complaints, so you don't feel like it's fair. A lot of times folks try to punk you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, if you don't like it, leave.
Right.
And we know at the end of the day,
that's the favorite word line right there. If you don't like it, leave.
Well, see, that's the thing about it. When a lot of times people throw that pitch at you, you don't like it, leave. You can't really leave. What's up, PJ? PJ came in on TikTok.
What's going on, PJ?
What's up, PJ graduates May 14th, 2025.
Okay.
My senior at Georgia Southern University.
That's right. Right.
Super proud of you.
Let me get PJ a clap.
PJ been saying something about the flyer for the show. For how to find your purpose. You have no clue. He said some bullshit, but I got off the damn bus ad.
On the side of the bus.
Yeah. He kept putting that in the group chat when I was waiting for you to open up, man. My damn kids, man. But we're talking about, lost stuff, how to find your purpose when you have no clue. I would really find myself in the funky spots. Well, again, like I said, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and I'm going down a occupied path, but I wasn't going down a path where I was happy.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And I think a lot of people like that. Got different levels of that and different things where they're talking about what they're doing and everything. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Send me a heart. That's what I'm talking about now. I'm old school. I don't even know what the heart means.
All right.
But I appreciate it.
I'm about to say what that means.
I'm old. Thanks, son.
All right.
But when you be occupied, but a lot of times you get the money, you do everything. He said it's money, LOL. Appreciate you getting my money back, y'all. That's all you gave my money back.
Right.
Thanks, P. I appreciate it. But when we had them instances, right, you're occupied, you're not happy. Like, we want to feel that way. And I think a lot of times, we go through life, we start getting different spots where we hit maybe those benchmarks 40, 45, 50, and you start reflecting because we being realistic. We know we got less time in front of us than we got, than we have behind us. So we like, okay, now, like, did I do what I wanted to do? Did I make the right moves? Did I, am I heading in the right direction? So I want to have this conversation for anybody.
Okay.
Well, you really don't know what you're doing. You feel like, oh man, I ain't got no purpose, but I'm doing stuff, but I feel like something missing.
Okay.
I want to have that conversation. And guys, if you have moments like that, or you like that now, or you had certain situation like that in the past, you moved from it, feel free to call in. The call-in number is 678-740-9894. Again, the call-in number is 678-740-9894. And add to the conversation, man. I want to hear from you guys, just to have that talk with you guys tonight. Again, we're talking about lost stuff, how to find your purpose if you have no clue. And, what I want to, go, well, let me ask you a question. Have you had any spots in there where you kind of like, hey, this, that, and, I'm really going this way?
Yeah, I think a lot of times we get, most of us get what we're doing in the present tense as our purpose. We get, like if we work in a certain job and we're doing a certain thing, we take care of our family, we feel we get in muck and mire of thinking that that's the purpose. That's what we're here for. We're here to make sure this is good or that's good, or that we got this particular job, we went to this particular school for this particular degree, and we feel like all those things that we accumulated and all those things that we went through and went to school for or are working towards is our purpose, and that may not necessarily be the case.
Yeah.
I always question myself about what's greatness. I consider greatness and purpose to be one and the same. I feel like when you walk in your purpose or you find your purpose, you tend to be great at that thing.
Yeah.
So I always question, and I ask this all the time, what determines greatness? What determines the road towards greatness? And is your purpose attached to that road towards greatness?
Yeah.
Because, and I believe purpose is also attached to happiness.
Yeah.
Because when you find your purpose, you're just so happy to be doing what you feel like you're supposed to be doing. But a lot of times we get confused as to, we may be walking in our purpose and feel like it's not it.
Yeah. It's a funky spot, because what I do want to share with everybody, don't get confused. When we start talking about asking that question, are you stuck in life, or how to find your purpose when you have no clue? You don't necessarily have to be in a bad spot. Like, you don't have to be you don't have to be homeless, unemployed, a dating issue. You can actually be, like I said, occupied, got a good job, got a family, been at your career for a long time. You in good health. You wake up in the morning from an aesthetic standpoint, people perceiving you, everything looks great. That don't mean you still ain't had your credit. You still, it's a lot of people walking around, and I be there like, I can sit here and say, like, it was, and we're gonna go through that through the show. I've had plenty of moments. I'm okay from a perceptive standpoint. Just like, I'm all right.
Right.
But damn, I don't kind of like doing this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I want people, when we start thinking about this, finding your purpose, I'm not saying there's like a correlation in regards to you doing bad. When I say bad in regards to, man, I ain't got this, I ain't got this, I ain't got that. You may have everything.
Right.
You still don't have your purpose.
That's
and
true.
That's inside you. That's self-determined. I can't tell you good. You know how you feel when you wake up in the morning. You know how you feel when you look in the mirror. You know how you feel when you're around people and stuff like that. Like, boy, you doing good. Boy, you straight. stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know how I was when I was in corporate America. I'm talking about, man, and I'm sitting here like, it wasn't an envious thing. I knew what I had damn early.
Right. Do you feel like purpose is like for most of us? You said it earlier. I believe I might have missed it. Do you believe like for most of us, because we have so many responsibilities that we tend to take care of, that looking over at our purpose may be a scary place to be because it doesn't come with, it may not come with at the moment income, or it may not come with a significant income to where you're at now, and to drop down to try to feel like you need to do your purpose at any age. I don't care what age it is. May feel like a burden to you and your family. Purpose can feel like a struggle. You know what I mean? So say, hey, mom. Hey, mom.
What's going on,
Mom? Let's Talk America Radio says, hey, Let's Talk America Radio says, good evening. Great topic. Do you think people define their purpose from others? Are most people capable of self-awareness?
That's the question. Yeah, I do think not most. So I think a lot of people, some do define their purpose from what others dictate. And I think anybody's capable of anything. It doesn't matter if you want to do it. And, if you want to be self-aware. To your point about what you just mentioned earlier, Lab, I think that anytime you talk about change, doing something different, it can be frightening. It can be very challenging. Because, if it's easy to just snap your fingers and be different, everybody will do it. Right?
So
I think a lot of times, the steps it takes to do things different and to go into your purpose, that's what, difficult. Because a lot of times, most poor people don't know. But that's what we have in the discussion tonight.
Right.
And again, tonight, guys, we'll ask the question, lost of stuff. How to find your purpose when you have no clue. You got anything you want to add to the show? Feel free to call in 678-740-9894. Again, that's 678-740-9894. Or drop it in the chat. You about to say something for us?
Yeah, I want to say, piggyback on something Let's Talk American Radio says. I think that purpose and self-awareness are two different. Me personally, it's are two different paths.
I agree.
I believe to become self-aware of you as a person may not necessarily mean that you are going to go down that path of your purpose. Now, you may be self-aware of yourself, and that may lead you to that purpose, but I don't think they're one and the same. I don't think they're connected to anything. I think they're self-aware. When people are self-aware, they're really self-aware. They may be doing the same things that they were doing before. They may not even, when you become self-aware, you may say that my purpose is not what I want to do. It just matters. Self-awareness is I don't think anybody becomes typically self-aware. This is just my opinion. I believe that self-awareness is always a study towards something better. You're supposed to study yourself. You never become really self-aware. You always just study towards that to become better than you were yesterday.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna give you my take on it. I think self-awareness is really just knowing you. Now, if you want to improve you, change you, or anything like that, that's on you. You can know you're lazy. You can know, hey, I'm not interested. Hey, I'm a recluse. I like being around people. I'm social. I'm a family person. I look at that being self-awareness. Now, you finding your purpose, that's just more so what you want to do. Now, your self-awareness can just say, I ain't interested in it. I'm cool.
Right.
So I just think self-awareness is more of a knowledge thing where you know things. Your purpose is what you want to do. Or what you deem may be the thing, not what you deem that be best for you or what could be fulfilling to you. But you still can know yourself from an awareness standpoint, decide if you want to do it.
That's why I say self-awareness is always a study. It's always you're always learning that because you change over time.
Absolutely.
And the things you were self-aware about at 20, you're not going to be, those same things are not going to be something that you're going to be even concerned about at 45. You get what I'm saying? So self-awareness is always a growing aspect of your life of knowing yourself. Now, within that self-awareness at 45, you maybe say, my purpose is I need to be making homeless clothes. I need to be making clothes for the unhoused folks, in the world, and try to figure out a way to get them donations to get to them for free. It doesn't really matter. And I don't want us to get confused. I don't want us to say that your purpose is only to do great things or to be a philanthropist or to serve the less fortunate. Some people's purpose is to make money, or some people's purpose is to own a lot of real estate. It's just a matter of you figuring out that's what you're supposed to do, I guess.
Absolutely. So when we start thinking about how to find my purpose, one of the first things I'm gonna go through these steps, guys. And like I said, feel free if you got a question or anything. when the first step, you're like, okay, I don't know where I'm at. I'm in this rut. Things not working. I'm trying to figure it out. The number one thing I think everybody got to do to what we kind of alluding to right now is just assess who you are. You got to sit there and assess who you are, right? You got to see, because if you feeling kind of lost and you're looking at, you're feeling unfulfilled, you got no excitement in your daily life, you avoid making big decisions, i.e. leave a job, i.e. move, i.e. get out of a certain relationship. You kind of just had to sit here, I'm in this funky rut. I'm in the hamster going through the wheel and nothing is working for me. So we got to do that first self-assessment of ourselves. Remember, when we do these self-assessments and we start asking ourselves, we got to be honest with ourselves. We got to be okay with going through some kind of painful stuff.
Right.
And so what I want people to think about, again, we're at step one. The first thing I want people to just do is we're going to do some self-reflection exercises. And you ask yourself, what do I complain about the most? What the hell do I complain about the most? Now,
right.
Remember, guys, we're doing this free-fall brainstorming. It's not a right or wrong. It's not anything. We just writing stuff down. So put yourself in a position where you can just write stuff down. Not necessarily we got to go right prior to the sentence, erase it. We just jotting it down. We're going to go back and look over it, right? But what in the world do you complain about the most? What do you complain about the most? Then you say, what do I daydream about when I'm bored? Ain't got nothing going on. Man, I wish I was traveling. Man, I wish I was out there doing that.
Right.
Man, I sit here and do that. I'm supposed to be doing this. They got me up in this office. I'm supposed to be out there,
making it happen.
Yeah, drinking my time. All kind of stuff.
Right.
And lastly, here's one. Ask yourself, if money wasn't the issue, what would I be doing? Because so many of us find ourselves in positions where we're doing stuff over and over. I got to pay these bills. I got to do this. I can't do this because I got to make sure these kids straight. I got to get this mortgage. I got to take care of this car note. If money wasn't the issue, what would you be doing? What would it? What I'm saying? You remember on Life when they used to raise boom boom.
Right.
Yeah, boom boom room. Yeah, let's tell you, we're gonna have this, we're gonna have that. Then I'm gonna have the band doing this. Hey,
right. Boom boom room.
Yeah, he went to the boom boom room, right?
Right.
And his passion was so, just so intense. It took all them guys that was in prison with him away.
Right.
And we talking about the boom boom room, right? And so again, those just a couple things to ask yourself. And again, let me rehash them. Ask yourself, what do you complain about most? What do you complain about the most? What do I daydream about when I'm bored? And if money wasn't an issue, what would I be doing? I want to get one quick disclaimer, guys. Remember, whatever platform you're looking at, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter, if you have to leave or you just came in the middle, go to Change Your Lives, hosted by Deonte Burden on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. If you have to leave, you can see this video in its full entirety. Okay? Just want to put that out there. So if you have to leave, go to the YouTube channel, check the video in its full entirety.
Let me get to a couple of comments.
Okay.
Let's Talk About Radio says truth is the first part. What are you really good at? Some people have grandiose opinions of themselves that aren't always based on reality. Latana says, believe it or not, some people's purpose is to be evil and cause trouble. I truly believe everyone is born with a purpose.
Whatever it deemed that you feel, because again, if you got it, you got it. If you don't got it, we're here to help you with it tonight.
Right.
Sexy Redbone says, how do you know when you found your purpose? And the comment will put shopping and traveling. Well, that's what we're talking about. Because if you ask yourself your questions, not saying that's going to tell you what your purpose is, but it gets your mind kind of wondering about those kind of things. Like, look, man, if money wasn't the issue, the hell would I be doing?
Right.
If I'm sitting here bored and I got time, this what I be doing. And what you sitting by yourself, man, boy, tired dealing with the kids. Man, if I can get this car fixed, man, I ain't sitting at these lights. And those kind of things, you can just sit there and start jotting down. I really, really, really want you guys to write this stuff down. Write this stuff down. Right, we're gonna get to the spot where we're gonna get everything together. But write this stuff down. And remember, when we start brainstorming, we're in non-judgmental space.
That's right.
We're writing this stuff down. Okay,
we're thinking out loud.
There you go. But make sure you write it down. Okay, that was step one. Step one, we just start thinking about assessing who you are. Okay. The next one is try to do that passion audit. We want to do that passion audit. What the hell is a passion audit?
Right. I say, what's that?
when we start thinking about passion art, these are a couple things I want you to make that list of, because we're kind of looking at where we at. So now we're making this passion art, right? So we're going inside, pulling out those particular things. With that passion art, I want you to think about things that you enjoy doing, even if you don't think they're productive.
Mm-hmm.
Think about things that you like doing, even if you don't think it's productive. A good example I was thinking to myself was, I see on especially with the pandemic, with the surge, everybody getting channels. I seen one of my old Platoon stars. I seen a couple other channels just like it. I know he liked drinking liquor, so he had this big damn bar in his house.
Okay,
and everything. And he would just sample different liquors.
Okay,
and he was just sitting there doing it like so. Again, we talking about things that you you enjoy doing, but it's not productive. You might like drinking. You might got people that actually like marijuana.
That's right.
You might got people that like working, whatever you feel like. Okay, I love doing it, but it may not necessarily be productive.
Okay.
So nigga, working out probably good because you might be health reasons, but just like you might be drinking alcohol, maybe smoking cigars, maybe you feel like, okay, I'm shopping or whatever. But what do you like doing, even though it might not be productive? Again, we're going to our passion on it. We feel like, man, I feel good about this. And, now again, if somebody else might look at it, that's your addiction, that's your vice, whatever. But we're doing that passion on it.
Yeah.
What do you like doing? And you sit there and say, man, this shit ain't being productive. I ain't got nothing done. But hey, it's my thing.
Right.
It's my filter, right? All right.
I sit in front of them turntables all day.
There you go.
I won't,
there you
man, if I could just do that.
There you go. You ain't made no song.
No.
You ain't trying to get that put together. You just sitting there,
I'm spazzing out. If I could do that all day.
There you go.
Every day, just me. Man,
there you go.
I already know what it is.
And everybody think about it. Think about it when we're doing it. The next thing, guys, is what skills do you naturally have, right? What do people say you do, that you're pretty good at? Right? What do people sit there and say, man, you cook good.
Right.
You actually, pretty good with the kids. You do all this kind of stuff. What do people, when they see you, you out there, and your comfort zone, what do people kind of acknowledge about, hey, man, you pretty smooth there? One thing that I always kind of thought was, man, I remember it was kind of heavy scent. Everybody know me. I love running my damn mouth.
Right.
I remember Lab gave me that call, like, I was already doing somewhat of the stuff already. I think that was kind of like all that was around about the same time when I was doing like the little shit. And man, Lab like, hey man, you want to get your channel? We're doing that. And I was like, yes. And guys, boy, you just don't know. I got up to run my damn mouth for an hour.
Right.
Shit. What my boy Chris Brown says, oh, that poppin'.
About what you want to talk about too.
Yeah,
with no interruptions.
Boy. And the rest is history.
Right.
Boy. And just think about it. What do people say to, man, you do pretty good, man. And I think all of us have certain gifts and skills that, we just cool at. We're not really trying to sell it. We're not trying to monetize it or anything like that. It's just, man, boy, you paint pretty good, man. You kind of good. People are acknowledging that. We're doing this passion on it. We sitting there looking at it. And the key thing I want you, again, guys, remember, keep writing this down. And feel free to call in 678-740-9894. Again, 678-740-9894. Just kind of sit there and just look at yourself. What do people acknowledge? Because we all have something. Man, you're a star dresser, boy. You be looking good.
Right.
And you don't think about it.
Right. It just
you don't think about it, right? And like I said, those passions that we have, we can do it, but alluding to the question you asked earlier about with changing stuff, it can be frightening for us to get up our norm to start, getting on that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times folks don't think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think your purpose, your passion and purpose, because they're probably one and the same. Do you think your passion and purpose, even if you're not making money from it in the beginning, and if it's meant to be made, money meant to be made from it, that eventually that'll fall into place?
You do what you want.
Okay.
You do what you want. It can.
Because sometimes people paint, like you said, painters. And I mean to cut you off. Sometimes people be painting. Like now, like we always say, every day, every time we do Mr. Short Dog, we say the world is flat. Yeah. You post that picture on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? You post that paint on Instagram, then you getting 100, 200 inquiries about how much it costs.
I'll be honest with you, Larry. I think anything possible. I personally like to go the whole route of the passion and the byproduct usually be money, but it's possible with doing it because a lot of times I didn't get into this worrying about money, worrying about this, that, and that. It was damn therapeutic, like it is now. Just sit here and run my mouth. I have a good time doing it, right? But the only thing really stopped me for this is that damn clock on the wall. To be totally damn honest with you, but yeah, it's possible. I think people have issues, in my personal opinion, when they go into it for money, and when you go into it for money, you might make money, but because your passion pushes you through slow times. Your passion pushes you when nobody ain't calling, right? One of the key things I'm, say. We talked maybe a couple weeks ago. It's tax season.
Right.
There was, if you on Instagram, Facebook, every time you open something up, max refund, this, that, and that, right? The IRS just started releasing most of the funds this week.
Right.
Where the hell they disappear to? It was crazy the first couple weeks of in January, first couple weeks of February, high intense.
Right.
And that just showed like a lot of times no people want to do taxes. But most folks ain't built to go a month and a half, 2 months. They
with no money. Right.
So goes those damn, all that passion, right? But I think a lot of time, I mean the that so-called purpose. I'm gonna do the taxes this year, but if that passion ain't there, it'll push you through that. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
But it's possible. I just from what I've seen, because you can just be looking for money and do it, but I just think it's when you really love doing something, you can it pushes you through a lot of the slow and quote unquote bad times.
Yeah, it makes you. It actually makes you feel good when you. And I'm just gonna speak about me. And when I DJ, when I DJ parties, I may not make a ton of money, and it may just become my cost to get there. But it just makes me feel good to see people having a good time. Let me do my thing. Don't interrupt. I'm gonna get you there. And then we just having a good time. We laughing, we talking, people dancing, drinking, eating food. I mean, that's just one of them great things. I love doing it. And just ride with me. Yeah, I'm gonna take you on that. I'm gonna get you where you need to be. Just ride with me.
Yeah. That's the cool thing about it, man. When people notice that. The other thing is, again, that's step 2 with the passion audit. Another thing is, problems you love solving. Right? That's kind of like even I go back with the especially with Mr. Short Dollar. A lot of times people call in, they got entrepreneurial questions, they got finance or business questions. I like fixing that with people. Right? Like those kind of we're doing that passion audit. What do you like doing? Like I said, if you into clothes, you're like, hey man, I know a look that'll look good on you. Just ride with it. If you like fixing certain things where you like painting somebody's house, look, man, I know how to interior decorate. I can have this looking a certain way. Give me an opportunity. Those kind of things, because sometimes people can't do that. They always I like dressing and buying clothes, but I always see the guys come into the clothing store. They'll find the guy that work there, and hey man, put me up. You guys get excited. They look at the guy, they get an outfit. I don't need nobody come bring me no damn Easter suit.
Give me what's on the mannequin.
Poochie going. I want to see what good on Poochie.
Right.
But those guys have a gift where they can sit there and look at you and find things. They get excited when they see the customer excited.
Right.
Man, that's it.
Right.
And everything, but that person can see that. So if you have something where we're doing that passion audit, you like fixing those kind of problems. You know what I'm saying? Man, let me get that car straight now. Let me do this. Let me get that and this stuff. And you don't have to even thinking about, again, any kind of monetary gain or any kind of benefit to yourself.
Right.
You just like fixing it.
Right.
We doing that passion audit. We all got certain things like that. You know what I mean? Like I say, again, you some reclusion, like dealing with people, I get it. But even then, there's still probably something.
Right.
So when you do that passion audit, and kind of look for like common themes, like with certain stuff. And I mean, my common themes, it may, like I said before, you may be working out, maybe working in the yard, it may be clothing or fashion. Again, we're looking at that, finding our purpose. You don't know, you feel like you're just going in circles and stuff like that. We're doing that audit. And I'm gonna go back over everything again once we get done with everything, but just kind of make that list and do that passion audit, okay? The third step again, tonight's show we're talking about, ask the question, lost and stuck, how to find your purpose when you have no clue. Feel free, if you got anything you want to add to the conversation, you add it, put it in the chat, or you can call into the show, 678-740-9894. Again, that's 678-740-9894. Anybody got anything?
Not yet. No.
Oh, now the third part is, again, we're going through the list of what you need to do to help you find your purpose, is experiment and explore. You don't need to have it all figured out. We're just going to start testing.
That's right.
We're just going to start testing. And here's some ways to explore. You volunteer intern. I say this shit all the time. Y'all guys want to start open this restaurant. You want to get this food stand, and you have no kind of restaurateur experience. And then you go get this loan, spend all this money out your 401k, the bar from everybody, get in there, and in your mind, I'm cooking, making folks feel good like it's Thanksgiving.
Right.
But you have no damn clue how it is to run a restaurant.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean you don't need to have a passion for it. It's just that you may need to refine it. You may be like, okay, look, we're going to donate this kind of stuff, or we're going to out some kind of way differently. But what you may think something is, and what something is may be totally different.
Right.
I didn't get into it for this. I didn't do it for that. Well, shit.
Here we are.
Hey, there you go. Look at all the stuff you're going to put on yourself. So volunteering or intern, get real experience without having some kind of commitment or tie in to do it, because that can help you out a lot. Me personally, I love coaching. And once I got to a point where, hey man, this ain't fun no more, I could walk away. Right? There's some guys who want to do it as a profession or whatever. I didn't want to do that. I did not want to do it. I think I did okay with my children, helping them get to school. I did not want to be tied up helping somebody else child get to school, not for a monetary perspective.
Right.
I got a problem helping you.
Right.
Hey man, this is what I did. But from a monetary perspective, because once people spend money, they got what? Expectation.
Right.
So if I gave you this, I want my child to get this.
Right.
I can't guarantee. We can work hard to get your child something. I don't know if I can get them that. That child, the other kids got that because they just might have got it.
Right.
They might have worked harder. The other people might have liked them more. I don't know. But those kind of things, I didn't like doing that. Being assignment I'm in right now, being an accountant, even tax season, I don't promote. I can get you the max refund or get you this. I see folks, and guys, quick disclaimer: you cannot advertise prices as a tax preparer.
No,
you cannot advertise numbers you can get back per IRS Form Circular 230.
Oh,
it's illegal.
Right.
You can't do that shit.
Right.
So I just want to put that out there. Y'all gotta stop that, man.
Most definitely.
I ain't a tattletale, but I'm just saying, again, we talk about that digital footprint.
We trying to save you, ain't trying to hinder you.
hey, I'm just saying, I ain't a tattletale, but I am saying you're making it easy for them folks,
right?
To be doing that. We talking about ways to explore. We're at step 3. You can try side hustle. See if you enjoy skill, a little bit, but without diving in. Maybe sometimes you might, do a couple of events here and there. You might try to sell a little bit of this, sell a little bit of that, kind of see how it is. We are sticking a toe in the water.
Right.
We're doing this kind of stuff because we're trying to find our passion and purpose. And these are just ways we can explore doing it. You take some online classes. You can just go there. You got Skillshare, Coursera, YouTube tutorials. You have other different things that you can actually find. Google got their whole set, with analytic courses and different things. There are different things you can do. Again, we're trying to explore to see
what works. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I want to get into this, but I don't know how it is. I want to do it. I would definitely advise putting your toe out there and not your whole foot before you fully engulf.
Okay.
I've had too many people that tell me, 20-some years in the game, I don't know everything, but now I don't want to do it that way. I just want to go all in. I just been waiting my whole life to do that.
Right.
And then you destroy your nest egg. You destroy relationships. You put yourself in such a funky spot, and you're back at square one, and now you don't.
Right.
Look, man.
Right. Waste too much time, money, and energy.
Stop. Don't be in a rush.
Yeah.
Don't be in a rush. I ain't gonna work out the way they're gonna work out.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be in a rush. I'm not saying not avoid trying to do things, but I'm saying just be patient.
And I want to add to that. When you find your purpose, it doesn't necessarily mean that you shouldn't still be learning how to advance that purpose or to be better at the purpose. It just because you find it doesn't mean, okay, I'm good now. You still got to learn things. You still got to know, how to make it better for you and for if you're serving somebody with that purpose, how to make it better for that person that you're serving. You can't just necessarily say, this is my purpose, I'm done with it, I know everything I need to know. No, that's not the case. There's a lot of things you don't know that you need to know. I mean, I've been DJing for a very long time, since I was 12, and I'm 52 now, 54 now, I'm sorry. And I still learn things about DJing that I didn't know before. And it's just because I constantly want to know the best way to get the best results, to get the most people on the dance floor as I can. Yeah, and when we look at it from that perspective, guys, like Lab is really emphasizing, the world is always going to be a change, and the world is all going to be advancing, technological advancement, innovations and stuff like that. What you do now can be totally different a couple months from now. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to make sure that whatever pathway you get there, you got the mindset to look, I want to adjust and stuff. You can't be stuck on that. Well, back in the day, we used to do this. Back in the day, yeah.
I mean, you can be obsolete, within a matter of a couple of weeks. So you got to kind of just make sure you stay on top of things. And we're talking about experiment and explore. Make sure you got to network and talk to people, to reach out to others, to kind of find out, different fields of interest. Hey, man, I'm looking to get in accounting. Hey, man, I'm looking to get in, get a restaurant. Talk to people. Don't feel, I understand, because I was talking to an OG the other day. He was telling me he didn't really want to talk to folks because folks steal his idea. People, I just want to say this. We're not as unique as we think we are.
Right.
Like you feel like they're going to take my idea, this, that, and that. My shit.
Right.
Your shit.
Right.
So we can't get so caught into
I don't want to talk to him about it because he might steal it.
Yeah, whatever with that. Like the show we had last week, I was talking about, getting customer feedback. Sometimes, you want to sit out there and do it because you might find something that could be pivotal. I want to get this club.
Right.
But you want to keep it to yourself. You turn around and buy this damn building.
Right.
And you start finding out about zoning restrictions. And you probably a mile away from this school, you can't do it there. Hey, man, by that church, you can't do that. And your ass, because you want to be so secretive and protective of your ideal, you don't know that kind of stuff. Well, you probably had a conversation with folks sometime and find that stuff out. And I just, want to stress that to people. Like, I get it. Folks can be a certain way, but your journey. Ain't shit Pooch can do.
Right.
To take away from what Lab trying to do. What you about to say, brother?
I was gonna say, when you talk about that whole building thing, I know somebody who started a whole little situation studio and stuff, and they were having trouble getting the permits and stuff they need, the COs, the occupation, the certificate occupancy stuff. And the fire marshal and I told him, I said, well, what you did wrong was you went in there and started doing stuff, especially way out where they at. So the first thing you should have did is went there and talk to the fire marshal, say, hey, think about building this space out, because I've dealt with this doing shopping centers. I think about building this space out. Can you go lunch with me and tell me what you think I need to do? I said, I guarantee you would have half the problems you have now. Yeah.
Well, I see that now.
But you never asked me. So
one of the worst shows appears that fix and flip stuff. Everybody want to be an investor.
Right.
And for some odd reason, they think that they can get something and get it built in a matter of a month or two. Well, it might be taking down half a year.
Right.
Because once you start talking about code, they got to come out there. They got to look. You got to wait for this. You got to wait for that. Depending on your finances and funding going and stuff like that. You don't know how that shit going to go.
And that's a part of purpose. You don't necessarily know everything just because you find your purpose.
Yeah. But I just, to that point of just networking and finding, ways to explore it. be able to go out there and just talk to people to help you with that. Again, tonight's show we're talking about, asking that question: are you lost and stuck? How to find your purpose when you have no clue. The next step, we're giving you the whole breakdown, the basics how to do it. Now we'll go back over it again. The next step is overcome a fear and take small steps. Why people stay stuck? There's a fear of failure. You overthink, or you wait too long, or you think you're waiting for the perfect conditions. A lot of times, guys, we can be our own worst enemies. And I understand how frightening it is. I was making nice money, had a nice little job, but we moved and they put me in a cubicle. I'm about to say my office, downtown.
Right.
But everything was good, right? Especially from a security standpoint. And I decided, hey man, I don't want to do this shit no more. Like I just talked about earlier, they don't want to pay more. They pay the white boys. I'm tired of fussing and arguing. That's exactly what was going on in my mind.
Right.
I had a problem with any of my coworkers, anything like that, because my coworkers, I'm be honest, they did nothing wrong to me.
Right.
And I'm trying to, figure out, hey, what the hell's going on? Like, but but that was my, and I don't. Sometimes you look back, we talk about self-reflecting. Could my brashness could have been a problem? I think my brashness didn't damn help me, especially when I started talking about y'all paying these white boys.
Right.
It wasn't coming back from that shit.
Definitely didn't help.
It wasn't coming back from that one. It wasn't a damn coming back from that one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're doing that, tack was all I the damn wanted to do, but I didn't give a damn. But you got to be very, you have to be realistic when you start putting barriers and stuff for yourself. I'm all about being honest,
right,
and assessing stuff. But we can spend so much time overthinking. Like, no, that ain't what it is. And you got to make sure you're in a position where you can get folks to help you get right back on track.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No, not overinflate your head with certain stuff, but you got to be very, 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 very careful when you start, putting your fear and putting obstacles in yourself. One solution, guys, like I said, take those small daily steps. Take those small daily steps to get to that destination. Remember what I always say? We work backwards from the goal. We got the goal. This is what we're trying to do. And then we just look at the steps to take to get to it. 1% improvement each day leads to huge progress over time. And don't worry about being the best. Just start. You ain't got to be perfect. You just got to get started. If I'm started, I'm started. I ain't got to be the best. I ain't got to be finished. But I started, okay? Step 5. You want to commit to, got it, some kind of 30-day challenge.
Okay.
Some kind of 30-day challenge,
Okay.
For 30 days, try something new that may align with your interest. Here's an example with that. If you love writing, commit to posting one blog or social media post daily. If fitness excites you, you can train for a small event or create content around it. Hey, y'all, this is my day 1 of doing my push-ups.
Right.
Hey, y'all, this is day 2 of me sitting there doing it. This way, I'm opening my hands up wide. Day 4, narrowed it up. Day 5 or 6, you might be having a wide base. Have something in there to kind of keep you accountable and be fun and stuff like that. This is my project where I'm starting doing some woodwork and everything. Create that 30-day challenge, guys, and reflect on what excites you after those 30 days. Like, man, what did I get excited about? Getting started, getting finished, the process, taping it, recording it, sharing it, whatever it is, okay? Guys, it's work finding what's best for you. It's easier to work your ass up and know how to do it.
Right.
Because you might sit there saying, damn, there's a lot of stuff they're giving us and everything like that. Changes. And we just said the early change ain't easy.
The change is different. And when you get older, and trying to find your purpose, that's a difficult thing because you got so many responsibilities and so many things coming at you that you may miss it. I mean, you just flat out miss it. And luckily for me, I found mine younger when I was, younger, 12, 13 years old. That DJ was like if I could do that, that's what I want to do. But when you get older in your 30s and 40s, and even with me finding DJing, that was deferred once I had children and got married. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but you the thing is, your heart gonna still pull you back.
Right.
We're doing it. You're gonna have that feeling of like you ain't fulfilled. When certain things ain't going your way. That last step, I just want people to just understand, keep upon themselves when we start talking about trying to find your purpose. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Don't say I'm happy when you aren't. Don't say you're doing what you want to do. You really aren't. Right? Don't do that. Be very careful of that. Right? And again, night show, we talked about uh, how to find, we're asking the question, lots of stuff, how to find your purpose when you have no clue. Now, I'm going to go back over all the steps, guys. I'm going to go back over all the steps, you guys. And remember, if you came in the middle of the show and you don't know, hey, what you missed or anything like that, go to Change the Lives hosted by Deonte Burden. Change the Lives hosted by Deonte Burden on YouTube. See the video in its full entirety. You get your question answered. The first one, guys, we start talking about how to find that purpose is assess where you are. Assess where you are. You ask yourself them questions, you brainstorm and trying to figure out what you are, what you do. You ask those questions in regards to what do you complain about the most? What do you daydream about when you're bored? If money was an issue, what would you be doing? Do that assessment. The second one, we do that passion on it, right? Think about things we in love doing, things, skills, or things that come natural to us, and problems that you just like solving on a natural basis, right? That again, that's that passion on it. The third one, experiment and explore. We got those things wrote down. We did the passion on it. Let's start finding ways we can try to just do it. We're working on it, seeing different ways we can go about it. You may take an internship, you may volunteer to do some certain things, make it a side hustle, whatever. But we're working it, right? And the next step, which is step 4, we got to make sure that we overcome that fear. Don't talk yourself out of shit, because I'm telling you, you can talk yourself out of something so damn quick. You can let somebody else talk your ass out of something so quick. Man, you too old for that. I ain't got time for that. They'll be talking so much about why they won't do what you're trying to do or what you're starting to do. That shit infects your ass, and then you stop. Right?
That's true.
Be very, very careful who you share stuff with. Be very, very careful. That's why now, again, we start talking about the stuff about being secretive. But if you know a person is a certain way where their fear can infect you, be smart about it when you start mentioning stuff around.
And I hate to be a stick in the mud, but your spouse can do that to you. Your spouse can change your mind quicker than anybody around you. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be a hater of marriage and relationships, but your spouse, me speaking from experience, man, why you doing that? You wasting money on that. That's it. You ain't gonna make that. And then you be like, you know what, she right. He right.
Well, let me say this, Layup. I think any people that are close to you that have the most access to you can be the most impressionable, from a good or bad perspective.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's my dog. That's my sibling. That's my parent. Whatever. Because they have the most access to you, they can overinflate your ass, or they can really deflate your ass. Right? So, to your point with a spouse, those people that have that most access, they'll do that. And it's a fucking spot because you want the people the closest to you to support you. But then you always guarantee they're gonna see the world, the way you see it. So you got to be kind of, understanding of that. My ex-wife never was negative with me, but she didn't see what I saw.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when I was in my 20s, maybe early 30s, that bothered me. That bothered me a lot. But at the end of the day, as I got mature, especially, hit my 40s, like, it's what I want to do. Now, I didn't have a pooch around.
Right.
To holler at me and say, hey, young blood,
don't worry about that.
Hey, don't worry about that. Just focus on you and stuff.
Right.
We had no change of lives to do that. But, to your point, man, you the people that are closest, they got the most access. They can be, I won't say positive, but somebody say do it, and they send your ass over down cliff.
Right.
Because a lot of people got people, and I've seen personally folks I'm close with, people tell them go on and do it. I'm like, that shit's stupid. You know what I'm saying? But because they're close to you, they can, get excited with doing. That's a great point.
Hey, what's going on, Southside Miko? I want to say thank you for all the well wishes and prayers you gave for Slick when she was doing her surgery. I hate to stop the show for that, but I want to say thank you because you really did put on. I appreciate you. All right, go ahead.
Cool. The next step, again, we're talking, we're going through the different steps of how to find your purpose. Commit that 30-day challenge. Just like, hey, man, do some certain things you can revolve around. Be creative, think outside the box. That can help you get to those kind of things. You can be writing a blog, you can be taking a video, different things you can do to kind of see how that's going. And what happened, guys, I'm going to be real with you. When you start tapping in, writing stuff down, putting things in place, asking yourself questions, testing the waters, doing stuff like that, it really will hit you what you love doing. It really will hit you what you love doing. I'm gonna just share something with myself, man. Anybody know me, man? I worked every fast food on Bankhead Highway growing up. I've been working since 14 years old, like working, man.
Right.
And so I just preface that to say, I don't mind working, but I know right now, just from a person, it is very fucking hard for me to go get a job.
Right.
And I say that to say, let me get this. It's hard for me to go get a job because I will have a hard time. I mean, you done talked a couple times over the years, and I'd be damn near like, yeah,
right.
But I like, if I got to stay up all night working, and then I can sit there and I can smoke a cigar the next day, all day, or whatever. That's how my mind is.
Right.
With that said, like, let me get to my point with that. I have a great passion and purpose with making sure I put myself in a position where I ain't got to damn work.
Right.
That ain't about money. They're like, look, man, well, let me go get more clients. Well, let me just work late. Well, let me do this. Let me do that. Because I like doing what I'm doing. I like living how I'm living.
Right.
So when we start talking about passion, because one purpose I had at one point was make sure my children are a certain spot, which I still have a deep passion and purpose for that. But what I've found once my kids became adults, my passion and purpose is just what?
Mine.
They want to do different.
Right.
So I learned how to change from that. But where I'm at in life now, it's all about making Poochie happy.
Right.
So if shit on the line, you on the line, that stuff on the line,
right,
we ain't doing it. So when they say,
right.
So I ain't just running my mouth. If you know me, like I might really be putting in work 2 or 3 in the morning. Right. So hey man, we're gonna go hang out. So cool, I can go do what I gotta do.
Right.
I just bust tail 3 or 4 days out the week. So I got the weekend. I'm just saying, and I like doing it, and I don't want to have no dropping lifestyle.
Right.
It's not about money. It's about doing things. Okay, let me get more clients. Let me write this book. I'm doing things so I can be the way I am, and that's my purpose.
Right.
Because I'm cool. I'm cool. And I love doing that. And with that said, to what you spoke on earlier, the byproduct of me being happy has brought growth.
Right.
Has brought money.
Right.
Has brought happiness.
Right.
That may not work for the next person, but I'm just speaking for myself. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
Because that's why I really want to share with people. I don't necessarily know if my vision of success, passion, or purpose for you, but the same thing for me may be the same for you.
Right, right.
So, but I just want folks to understand that when you start doing that, your movement's gonna be different where it align with that. So that's why I said, like, I ain't doing no damn. I do enough volunteer work, but I'm just saying by me doing certain stuff because I just want to get it preface about the job. I ain't tripping about that, but I know me. I done got so
used to where you
at and where I'm at.
Right.
It damn near like, okay, self-preservation. Don't overextend yourself. Don't do that. You need to go and take care of this kind of stuff because if you don't, that can get challenged.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. Like, okay, he big money, this, that, and that. I think I'm extremely disciplined with what I want and what I want to do.
And what you got to do to get there.
Exactly. So I just want to share that about myself when we start talking about having no clue of purpose because I for the longest, man, one part of my life I wanted to be this such and such person working in corporate America. I don't think it wasn't an issue. I couldn't do it. But what I had a very big problem with, Lamb, and I still do, I have a very big problem with other people controlling my destiny.
Right.
I had a big, I could
right.
never get past that if I did this, and I feel like if I do these things and everything's right, all things equal, I should be able to get it.
Right.
Because that's how the military, for the most part, is. You got some folks, but for the most part, everything based off merit.
Right.
But when I seen it still came down to somebody had to make a decision, oh, hell no. So if everybody going to make a decision, control my destiny, it was going to be me. And again, that ain't for everybody.
Right.
I'm just saying with myself. So it has been a very rough and frightening, but it's been a fun journey for me to find my purpose.
Let me say this comment. And I'm sorry it took me a minute to get to it. Let's Talk America Radio says, who who you marry or date seriously is more important than people realize. Lab is right. They can help make or break you. When we were talking about earlier, how your spouse can, can make you change your mind about those things.
Lab, I think that's a crucial thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think that damn spouse can put some shit in your head, like, I don't know what the hell they told you smart.
Right. Right.
Man, you know how that phone up bet him off like this is my wife, man. She doing office work. You be like, bro.
Right.
She's smarter than you.
Right.
But she's not that. She don't need to be doing this.
Right.
People sit there and say certain things to you, like, boost your confidence to your detriment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I say that. So I don't mean to, again, you totally right will be negative.
Right.
They could be too damn positive. Like, no.
That's true. They can blow your head up. Yeah, Nike.
That's telling you the man, but you need a damn boy. Shit. I always be that way, Lamb. Always be that way.
Be like, your fried chicken, the best fried chicken I ever had in my life.
And, it's terrible. That shit, man. Outside your house, nobody want to eat down there. What you about to say, money?
I want to say something briefly about the stuck part. I think a lot of times we as adults, especially when we try to find our purpose as adult, I think it may, and I'm going to be honest, I think as a teenager or maybe a little bit younger adult, that it's probably a little bit easier to work toward that purpose. I think that when we get to a certain 30, 40 years old, even 50 with myself, we get stuck because we are just, like you say, you're used to, working all night and then sleeping all day if that's what you choose to do. I think we get stuck because we're so used to the 9 to 5 daily grind of making sure that we have funds and we make sure that we take care of people, that we defer that purpose for sometimes forever. And we get stuck in that rut of this daily grind of every day that we might not even look at the purpose. We not even be focusing on it anymore because this has blinded us to looking for that. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like, it may feel stupid at this particular point in time to look towards a purpose when you might have been working at, like we talk about how people work at the factory for 30 years. Mm-hmm. You might have been working there for 30 years and the purpose now is too late. It's too late for a purpose. Then you just get stuck in that rut. That stuck part is that rut of everyday grinding. Get up, go to work, come home, eat, go to sleep. Get up, go to work, come home, go take care of the kids. You know what I'm saying? Those little pathways that you do, it makes you be stuck.
I think that's how most people think, like. Uh-huh. I think that's how a majority of people think. Majority of people, it can be complacency, it can be confidence, it can be fear. Mm-hmm. But I think majority of people think like that. I think what hits people at different points where, you like I said, you start having that damn self-reflection. I don't like this. Mm-hmm. And then especially when we get older, like I said, we get to that point where like, damn, bro, I ain't probably about 20 to 30 years left on this mother. So
right.
I might want to start making me some things to make me happy.
Right.
And you be pressing then because you feel like I ain't got enough time.
Right.
I've been doing it 40 years, man. I can't be waiting up 2 or 3.
Right.
And depending how you feel, you might be right on the way. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I think most people think like that, Lab. With doing it. And let me say this: if it doesn't concern you, or you don't feel a certain type of way, you might be good.
Right.
When we're having that conversation, because I can't dictate to you. You ain't on your purpose. Mm-hmm. Sometimes people are like, well, man, you should be doing this. You should be doing that. Why the hell you tell me what the hell I should be doing?
Right.
Especially if I ain't action. Mm-hmm. I might not necessarily want to be nationally this,
right?
Globally that,
right?
Platinum this. You know what I'm saying? I'm good where I'm at.
Right. And some people aren't good with it.
I'm happy being Mr. Johnson County.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I want to be president.
Right.
Even if another person can see that in you, I'm fulfilled here. So I can tell you that.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Even though people can see your potential, you know that, right? But people can tell you that, and you saying no, but you feel like, you know what?
Yeah.
I do got something I can add to it, right? And that's how I feel a lot of times. People are like, well, why you still be going on these boards? Why you still volunteering for this? Why you because I know if I'm dealing with something and I know they're doing it wrong, what the hell I'm keep opening my mouth, but my mouth, and I know I can do it. So
right,
I love,
right.
you know, being in the 100, dealing with them kids and stuff like that. I enjoy it.
Right.
I enjoy that, even with just being with the organization, and that fulfills me. I have a purpose with it.
Right.
Again, that's self-determined. That's self-determined. When you doing it, man, it's like the shit I signed up for. You know, though I walk away from coaching.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, that those kind of things I can look back and say, nah, this ain't my thing, man. You know, so I challenge anyone. If you are in some kind of situation where things ain't moving and shaking the way you kind of want to, go stick your toe out there. Try something there. Brainstorm.
And Slick said something really profound. She said people get stuck in their ways as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You be worse enemy the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. Like I said, man, you talk yourself out of shit so quick.
I do it all the time.
You know, we're doing it, and sometimes that could be it can be fear or it can be wisdom.
Right.
You know. Right. You know
what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is that wisdom talking or me punking?
Right.
Right. You know, that brother in acrimony, when he kept doing, he stuck on that stuff with his battery and stuff like that. At what point was it going to be a failure? Now, again, that was a fictional movie.
Right.
But a lot of times people sit here and do that dream forever.
Right.
I can't determine that for you. You determine that for you, and you base that off how you feel and how you moving. Okay. Look, y'all, it's been a great conversation, man. I didn't state it. I know I still, because it's kind of like a cross subject. I actually stream live on Mr. Short Dollar as well tonight. So, man, I hope everybody got some great information. I hope you love the conversation as well. And again, if you came in like the middle or whatever, make sure you go to the YouTube channel, Change the Line, hosted by Deonte Burden. Also go to my YouTube channel. You need that financial fix, Mr. Short Dollar. Subscribe to it, hit the bell to get a notification each time we upload a new video and stuff like that. But again, man, it's been a great month of February. We figure to turn the page this weekend. Great 2025 so far. I love you all. Thanks for all the love and support. Y'all take care. Be safe. And I'll talk with you soon.